a special thank you. All right, welcome back to another episode of Victoria's Family Kitchen, Cooking with Love. Today we're going to have some awesome segments going on, and for our first segment, we're going to speak to Miss Latifah Crenshaw of Carousel Skin. How are you doing, Latifah?
I'm well, how about you?
Fine, and I'm very excited. I first met Latifah, I think we were at the Market 25th vendor, and we happened to sit at the same table, but I don't think it was just happening to sit at the same table, and we were talking, and I just loved her spirit, and she just has a product that I think is really important, so we want to go right into that. So could you tell us more about yourself and about Carousel Skin?
I started Carousel Skin about 3 years ago unofficially. I have a 10-year-old son, and if you know anything about boys, they are kind of dirty. So I started Carousel to encourage him to take better care of his skin and actually just to make it fun. And as a parent, that's the main things that we worry about, what's going on our kids' skin. And the goal behind Carousel is for it to be fun and healthy, and just knowledge of self, knowledge of taking care of your skin, taking care of you. You know, we always tell our kids be kind to our bodies and things like that, but we don't really go into detail. So I figured with Carousel, by making it fun, keeping the shapes creative, the scents like dill pickle, pizza, kids want to do it. And as parents, we know exactly what's going on in our skin, and we have a good time.
All right, so can you tell us what's on the table and what we're about to do today?
On the table, we have our famous bath slushies, and it's just an organic sugar scrub, and it smells like orange dreamsicle.
Oh, and the dreamsicle is the one with the cream.
Yeah.
Oh my God, this is good. Oh wow.
We have pie soap. This one is just like the bakery favorites, along with the croissants. And we have little croissants, and kids love that stuff, and adults. Yeah. And then more traditional, we have just like a lavender bar soap with actual lavender and real rosebuds. Wow. So this has essential oils and things like that. It's more geared to parents versus the kids, because kids don't care anything about that. But the fun part is all this. So we're gonna make pie soap today. It's gonna smell like pie, look good, and it's all organic, all natural, and have fun with it.
And if you all heard, it's all organic and it's all natural. And I'm gonna put in a little thing here for Mother's Day. Contact Latifah, because this is even something that I would want for Mother's Day. I mean, look how beautiful it is, and it has the actual lavender inside of it. Contact Latifah today to get some of this, and tell Mr. Lucky to get me some too. All right, so let's get started, because I'm excited. Okay.
All right, so after we suit up here, we're gonna chop up our soap and head to the kitchen. Now it's all warmed up. We're gonna add a little vitamin E. Makes everything all natural, just about 10 drops.
Okay.
Of vitamin E. Keep stirring it just to keep it all going. We're gonna add some color, just a little bronze, make it pie-like, as close to as possible. So let's see. And the coloring is just Mecca pattern. It's all natural. It's plant-based coloring.
Oh, beautiful! I love that plant-based. That's beautiful.
Brown is really hard to find.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna stir it in, just give it that warm, fresh out the oven look. And it's gonna have like a little glitter to it.
Yeah, you didn't even put that much in there.
Nope, just need just a little bit, because I don't want to alter it too much, because the soap is just all natural. It's a clear base, and I don't want to add too much to it, because it's gonna do its own thing. And the last thing we're gonna add is some coloring. No, I'm sorry, we're gonna add some scent.
Okay.
And it's gonna be pie crust. It smells just like a pie. You can smell that.
Oh, it does.
So we're gonna put about 1 tablespoon of that. And that's it. And we're gonna stir that in. All right, and we are ready to boil. Okay. Spray 100% on natural alcohol, and it's gonna pop all the bubbles.
Oh wow.
It's gonna be perfect brown. It's gonna set. Takes about 30 minutes just to get it really hard. And when it's done, it's a perfect piece of brown soap. just molded, color changing. So we just let it sit out. Naturally, it's gonna dry and it's gonna be perfect soap. It's gonna take its own little form.
Wow. And the strawberries actually smell like strawberries, right?
They really do.
Oh my gosh. Like, look at this. Look how smooth it is. No cracks at all. And that's the beautiful bronze color that she put in. Contact Latifah Crenshaw with Carousel Skin and get your beautifully made soaps that are organic, and your scrubs. And what else did you say that you made?
We usually do the molds ourselves. We can mold it, and if you want it, we can make it.
Somebody even wanted, was it the chicken wings?
Yes.
The chicken wing soap?
Yes. But it was chicken shaped, smelled like bacon.
Oh my God. Contact her. She's going to give you your her contact information shortly, how you can reach her. And then we'll also put it at the end of the show, all of her contact information. But please contact her. You know, here at Victoria's Family Kitchen, we're cooking with love. We're not only big on cooking with your family in the kitchen and having fun, but also on celebrating creativity, community, entrepreneurship, even, you know, our minority businesses, just giving each other a leg up. So Latifah, can you tell everybody how they can contact you?
CarouselSkin.com. We have all the social media handles. Just search Carousel Skin, Instagram at Carousel Skin, and you can also reach us directly at hello@carouselskin.com.
Picture yourself in our window, located in the heart of RVA's Arts District.
We would love your support. Please show your love and support for Victoria's Kitchen LLC by voting for us in the FedEx Small Business Grant Contest. Once again, please vote for Victoria's Kitchen LLC at the FedEx Small Business Grant Contest. Thank you. Victoria's Kitchen build-out phase. Guess what? We have our own building. All right, so we are getting ready to make one of our family favorites. Of course, we love shrimp and grits, but one day I didn't have grits at home, so I made a shrimp and creamy potato soup. So we're going to show you how to get started. So what we want to do is work on our different ingredients. Ariana is going to be chopping up our golden potatoes, and you just want to chop them to as small as you can, and Ariana's going to show you what that is. And you want to use a golden potato because the good waxy type of potatoes, like the golden potatoes, are what you want to use in this creamy soup. You don't want to go for the russet potatoes. I know russet potatoes are the go-to potatoes, but trust me, you want to use gold potatoes for this. And Ariana gets started on cutting up your potato, and make sure you have bear claws in the cave. And while she's working on that, I'm going to chop up some organic uncured bacon. Alright, so this is going to be one of the bases to our soups. I'm going to stack a couple of pieces on top of each other. Then I'm going to fold it, because we're going to render off the bacon fat. And we're going to use that to make our roux, which is going to be the base of our soup. And I already have a pan heating up. Now normally I love to do the bacon in the same pan. I have my potatoes boiling in that, so I'm going to just use my bacon in a different pan. If you want to walk on over with me, I'm going to put these over in this little skillet right here. I'm going to put that on a medium high heat, and we're just going to let the bacon crisp up while I make some more. So I'm going to finish chopping this up. And then I'm going to help Ariana over there with her potatoes.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, let's go put this in the can. And we're just going to let those sit and get a little crispy. And you can see it's already rendering off some fat. Now we may not use all that fat, but we're going to use some of it. Good job. All right.
I feel like some of them are just diced up, but they're stuck together.
Oh, that's fine. Because the main thing is you want them in the kitchen cooking with you because that's how they learn.
I love
Slippery
cooking
there.
in the kitchen with you.
Oh, I love cooking in the kitchen with you too. You notice I'm cutting. I kept my palm on top of the potato. I'm gonna slide that piece aside. There's different ways you can do this. You can cut that one in half. And then you just slice it. Being careful to watch your fingers. Now we're gonna boil these potatoes on a medium-high until they are soft. So maybe about, depending on how quickly your stove cooks, maybe about 15 to 20 minutes. And it also depends on the type of cut that you have, okay?
How come you can cut fast?
Well, I can cut fast because I've had years of practice. But you want to go the speed that feels comfortable to you. So I already have some potatoes in here boiling. I'm going to pour these in. Then we're going to wait for Ari to finish hers while those are boiling. And remember, don't rush them. They have knives in their hand. Don't rush the kids in the kitchen. Alright, so I like to use a yellow onion for this recipe. So we're going to dice up a yellow onion.
How come it doesn't look yellow like a red onion, but it's purple?
Yeah, this one is what they call a yellow onion.
It looks yellow inside, but it's not yellow on the outside.
And I'm just going to go straight through the bottom. And then I'm going to do it again. Careful not to cut the palm of your hand. So I'm going to tilt the knife downward as I get closer to my hand. Okay. And then I'm going to go over to this side and just hit some long lines. And you see my dices coming through. All those beautiful dices already coming through. You see that? Looks like we have a few more dices left in there. Just want to leave a little bit of fat in there. Put these onions in here. So it'll start heating back up in a little while. You can crush it. And you can peel that off. If it's too hard, I'll come over and help you. I'm going to use the back of my knife to do it. Let me see. Yep, cut off that end right there.
Is it bad for you?
I mean, it's just the end we don't need to use. Nothing bad will happen to you. It's just something that we just don't use. Onions and sauteed garlic always make your house smell good. They're key ingredients to so many dishes. So remember, you can always have garlic and onions in your pantry. Alright, so I'm going to cut off that little tip, like I told Ariana. That's just a tip we don't need.
Look at mine.
Good job. And then we want to mince these. So I'm going to slice them and then I'm going to dice them. Bear claws in the cave, Ari. Alright, we're going to cut off that tip again. Oh,
I already cut off
smells so
the
good. Smells good. Can you smell it? Smells good. Okay. Alright, so we're going to slice it. And see, this here tells you that Miss Victoria needs to sharpen her knife. I know it's not good to have a dull knife, so I need to go get that sharpened. Alright, so I sliced it and I'm going to dice it. And then I'm going to do the rock with me. I'm just going to rock with it. Let me see if I can rock with it so you all can see it. Good. And if garlic gets a little too sticky, you can just run your knife through some hot water. Alright, so we're going to put that on the back burner there for a minute. And Ariana's gonna take that part, and I want you all to take a look at our bacon. It has rendered very nicely. It's nice and crisp, and don't worry about those little teeny pieces. They're gonna finish cooking up. But you see how nice and crisp that is. And it's rendered a good amount of bacon fat. So we're not gonna use all of that grease. We're gonna use some of it for our base. Alright. So now we wanna sweat these onions a little bit. And like I said, we don't wanna use all of this grease. So I'm going to get something to drain this grease in. And Ariana, you can start putting the onions in the bowl. Victoria's Family Kitchen Spotlight, highlighting youth and families cooking together in the kitchen. This week's highlight comes from Patrick Henry School of Science and Arts via the Victoria's Kitchen Youth After School Cooking Classes. Way to go, kids! Keep on cooking!
Come to 5-Star CDL training, where you're a priority, not a number. We have small classes, so you'll get lots of hands-on training and time behind the wheel. We have over 30 employers with salaries starting at $50,000 your first year. We have a no-rush policy, weekday and weekend classes. Everyone's approved, so call today.
We would love your support. Please show your love and support for Victoria's Kitchen LLC by voting for us in the FedEx Small Business Grant Contest. Once again, please vote for Victoria's Kitchen LLC at the FedEx Small Business Grant Contest. Thank you. Victoria's Kitchen Build-Out Phase. Guess what? We have our own building. You finished, Ari? Mm-hmm. And I'm going to turn it down low, and we're going to put the garlic in here. Alright, so I'm going to turn this eye off. And you notice that there's some browning on the onions, but that's fine. That's because we're cooking it in bacon grease. So the bacon grease, the bacon fat is giving it its brownish color. I prefer to make all of my soups and a lot of foods in here. This is a very important tool in the kitchen. You always want to have a Dutch oven. So let's see how those potatoes are doing. Alright, let's see how soft they are. Almost there. You can kind of tell they're almost there. So we're going to give those just a few more minutes. Because we want them to be soft. I'm going to cover them up completely now. We want them to be soft so that we can smush them easily. We want to be able to mash them easily into that creamy potato soup. Alright, so let's get ready to drain our potatoes, and then we'll get started on the rest of the soup. Alright, so you want to be very careful. We do not want to get a lot of water splashing up. This is very hot water. So always pour away from you and make sure nobody's on the other side. And if you have a little bit of water left, that's okay for this recipe. I'm going to pick this up carefully. Drain it. I'll pour this back in here. Alright, and then I'm going to put them in this bowl. So these can set aside. Be careful. These Dutch ovens are really heavy. Alright. And that's okay if you have some left in there. It's not going to make a big deal. Alright, so we got our potatoes sitting there. So your roux is basically any type of fat that you have mixed in with some flour. For example, you can also make a roux out of avocado oil because it has a little fat in it. So we're going to use our oil. Then we are going to add some all-purpose unbleached flour. And we're going to mix that as slowly as we can. And you see, it kind of looks like it's turned into a gravy. This is a thickening agent of our soup. That's not burning, that's fine, that's the good stuff. So keep it there. Once we deglaze the pan with some broth, it'll bring it right up. That's your flavoring component. And you should start smelling a nice nutty type of smell coming from the flour. Alright, so I'm going to be using, I'm mixing a little bit at a time, organic free-range chicken broth. I'm going to turn this up just a little bit. It's on a medium-high heat. You can even use bone broth in this. Bone broth is very healthy for you. It has a lot of healthy components in it. So you can use bone broth. Now mine is a little lumpy because I don't have my whisk, but that's fine. Dried oregano. Some of that paprika we talked about. Garlic powder. This is the base of the soup. some curry powder, just a pinch, and some ground turmeric. I try to add turmeric in as many things as I can. Freshly ground black pepper, kosher salt. We are going to take our potato masher and we're going to mash the potatoes. I'm going to gently pour these potatoes in there. Raw, deveined, and deshelled shrimp. We're going to use the same seasonings that we have. Garlic powder, curry powder, that turmeric, some freshly ground black pepper, and then we're going to gently mix it together with our hands. Just going to lay these there, and you know, these take 5 minutes or so just to cook up. So while that pan heats up, and a lot of times when I'm in a rush cooking at home, I don't always wait for the pan. I'm a mom in a rush and I need to feed my family, so it is what it is, and the food will still taste good. Alright, so while the shrimp are cooking up, let's take a look at our potato soup that is down low. I'm going to turn it back up just a little bit. Let's take a look at the consistency of it. Alright, so you always want to add these ingredients last. Your sour cream, your half and half, and your cheese. You want those to be your last ingredients, because if you add them at the wrong time, they can get a little gummy, okay? So we have sour cream, about 1/3 cup of sour cream, organic sour cream. Then we have half and half. You can also use milk if you want to. And then we have sharp cheddar cheese, and then we have mozzarella cheese. So I am going to add our sour cream. I'm going to do half of that at a time, and this is going to add a nice richness to it. And I'll stir that up. And you notice how the shrimp are changing colors. That lets you know I can flip them. Because you don't want to cook them too long or they'll get rubbery. And you can look at the consistency of how rich the soup has gotten. Now I'm going to add a little bit of half and half at a time, a couple of dashes. That's going to add to the richness of it too. I'm going to add some sharp cheddar shredded cheese, some mozzarella cheese, Gouda cheese. Goat cheese would be good in this too. So just a little crust on it. That's good. We need a little bit more salt. I'm going to add a little bit more kosher salt. I wanted to taste it before I added the salt in it. Alright, so we are about ready to plate up. Our soup is looking good. This is our creamy potato soup. Alright, so we're going to plate up. Alright, it's good to have a ladle. We're going to do 2 bowls. What a beautiful way to end the last few days of spring, the last few days of winter, I should say. And we're just going to lay those on top. And if they start sinking to the bottom, don't worry about it. You can put some more on top. Just give them extra shrimp with your kitchen shears. Alright, so I'm going to sprinkle that on top. Stick it down in the middle. Right on top. Organic olive oil on top of it. Crisp bacon. You can crumble it up in your hands if it starts to settle together. You're painting a masterpiece. Just because you're a home cook doesn't mean you can't paint masterpieces. You can have fun and be creative in the kitchen. This is our Victoria's Family Kitchen Cooking with Love shrimp over creamy potato soup. You guys want to watch me taste it? I want to taste it. Let's taste it. Let's taste it. It's so beautiful. Okay, let me see if I can get everything. I don't know. Is it hot? So that is it. That is our wonderful shrimp over creamy potato soup from Victoria's Family Kitchen. Thank you for joining us for this episode. We hope that you make this dish at home. We hope that you contact Tyshawn for his music. We hope that you contact Latifah for her beautiful organic soaps and scrubs and lotions. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you next time. would love your support. Please show your love and support for Victoria's Kitchen LLC by voting for us in the FedEx Small Business Grant Contest. Once again, please vote for Victoria's Kitchen LLC at the FedEx Small Business Grant Contest. Thank you.
Every single time I'm here, it's like nothing turns to something, and I'm so sick and tired of it. No, I'm not having it, no. So give me a couple wings and I'll do this one thing. I'll fly away, I'll fly away. Straight to a secret place where I can see a smiling face. 'Cause being here, I'ma lose control. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah. And I don't wanna lose control. No, I don't wanna lose control. Oh Lord, please don't let me lose control. Whoa, wait. There's something about you that seems strange. I guess it's the way you're saying my name. Oh, it's like you wanna put a little sign on it. Yeah. And frankly, I'm not having it, no. So I'll just take my couple wings and I'll do this one thing. I'll fly away, I'll fly away, yeah. Straight to a secret place where I can see a smiling face. 'Cause being around you, I'ma lose control. Whoa. I don't wanna lose control. No, I don't wanna lose control. Oh Lord, please don't let me lose control. Whoa. God, I know you're up there. You said if I call on your name, well, I'm tired of these crazy people. This place is driving me insane. Well, I know you're my everything, so can you do this one thing? If you do, I'll stare. Yeah, I'll stare.